I want to start off taking things back to the beginning of your vegetarian journey. And you talk about this in your book. It goes all the way back to 8 years old. You're on an airplane, you're served a lamb chop, and your brother, I'm assuming he's sitting beside you because he starts making a ba ba. I do a terrible lamb voice, but he started bawing at you and it caused an epiphany. So take us back to that time and talk about what went through your mind.
Well, I know it sounds so silly, but I really don't think children, unless they're made aware that a chicken is a chicken, they don't think chicken's chicken. It just doesn't occur to you. And so when he made those sounds, it just freaked me out to my core. Also, because we had been in England and um, I had heard the sounds of, we were in the country and I heard the sounds of cows crying and wailing. It was very strange. And I said, "What is that? What's happening?" And this farmer told me it's the sounds of the mother being pulled away from the baby. She's crying for her baby. And I was 8 and I was, "How and this is okay with you?" And she said, "Oh, it's completely normal." And it's like, it's completely normal to rip a baby. But my brain didn't think about it like that. I just knew that sounded awful. So once I got on the plane and then he made that sound of the lamb, the whole thing just started to come into place for me, that this is from a creature that had a destiny, a had the desire for life, and it just made me really sad, and I didn't wanna be a part of that suffering. I suppose I heard the cries mixed with the sounds, silly sounds my brother was making, and decided that I wanted to be a vegetarian, but I had no one around me at that time that, you know I mean, my dad did something very sweet. He bought me a book on vegetarianism, but I wasn't a cook. I was 8. So, I just sort of did the best I could for a little while of eating ridiculous things and not really, not eating in any kind of nourishing way at the time. So in the end, I went from 8 to 21 in this sort of limbo place, which in my book, The Kind Diet, I call it flirting, where I know it's something I want to do. I try to do it when it's easy, but I'm not going to do it all the time. Right. So that's where I was. And then, of course, when I was 21, I made the big shift.